Hey, my name is Johan Mylab. I'm the founder and CEO of Lean Dimensions International. This is a short training session around what we call the state of mind. And a state of mind has a base idea, which is that you can decide how you want to feel. So we get reactions when we get scared or happy or something like that. It comes to us, like feelings comes to us, but they are generated from within inside you. Nobody can put feelings into you, really. It's actually something you generate from inside yourself. It's a choice you make, in fact. It doesn't feel like it's a choice because sometimes it's so fast, but we have also learned behavior. So that, for example, if you are afraid of something, a spider or something like that, there's something that it's a learned behavior, right? We're not necessarily afraid of a lot of things when we are born, so we get trained into learning a lot. But when it comes to the state of mind, the thought process we have is that if you cannot keep yourself in the right state of mind, you'll be very hard to talk to. Interacting with you and for you to communicate with other people is hard because of how you are thinking and acting. And it's really hard to make changes to yourself. So you just imagine how hard it will be to make changes to other people. So instead of trying to do that, we promote the idea that you learn about how to develop the skill to set yourself in the state of mind, and then you can then be more effective in your communication. I will show you a little model. This is just a drawing, simple drawing I made just to explain it, and I will talk around that and explain the scenarios around it. And I'll do the best I can, give some examples and stuff like that. So let me share this with you here, and you can see the drawing on the screen. In this case, you can see two people here, and one side of this state of mind is called coach. A coach state is where the person is present in the room, in where they are. They can feel the seat when they're sitting, the temperature in the room. They have a wide peripheral vision. And they're breathing out a bit longer than they breathe in. They're relaxed like that. And in your head, in your own mind, you think, I don't know, but I'm eager to find out. So when somebody's talking to you, you assume you don't know what they're going to say. You don't have the answers, but you want to know. And if you have that mindset, you can read the person's body language. You see their eyes, the color of their eyes. So if you have seen a person, you're talking to them and you don't know the color of their eyes, you were not present in that room with them. That's a very good rule, I believe. But think about that. If you're calm and present and open and you can see the whole person and you understand what they're saying, you can ask questions, clarification questions. It's easy to talk to you because you're interested, genuinely interested. The good thing with coach state is also that calmness and openness in your mind allows you to have access to more of your brain. You're actually more intelligent in that moment because you have access to your own brain. And if you know methods and tools for communication or leadership and stuff like that, you can only access them if you are in coach state. It doesn't work if you're in the other side. So I'll talk about that in a second. But the coach state is also fantastic for collaboration. Here's a thing to remember. Nobody is in coach state all the time. There are people who say to me, I'm a coach state person. Like, I don't know what that even means, because everybody crashes from time to time. Things happen to you so that you lose it a little bit, right? It doesn't have to be for long, but you crash. Trying to kick your toe into the side of a wall or a chair or something like that and not crash. I mean, it hurts, right? Then you know that happens to people. So that's just life. But the trick and the maturity of this comes from being able to recognize inside yourself that you are crashing, and in that way you can allow yourself to move to coach state. So crash state is where you have a tunnel vision. You are unaware of other people, really. You don't see or read them. You don't know really what's going on with them. And you also have in your mind that I already know. I have the answer. So a lot of time when you notice somebody is crashing, is you notice that they're waiting for you to stop talking so they can talk, right? They're not listening, right? And you know that is happening, right? They're not. You can say anything. You can change the subject in the middle of the sentence. They wouldn't even notice because they're waiting for you to stop talking so they can just hit you with what they want to say. crash state. Some people are aggressive in this state. Some people say things they regret later, which is very common, I guess. But it's very rare that somebody who crashes gets really calm and thoughtful, right? The crash is an emergency situation. So there's a fire, there's an active shooter, there's a dangerous situation. You need to crash because it's all about saving your life at that moment, right? So if you can't crash, I mean, imagine somebody shooting and you will lay down and say, I wonder if we should shoot back or hide. What do you guys think? Like, nobody does that. It's crazy to do that, right? So crash is good, but not for collaboration. It's for emergencies. So if you are in crash state and you notice this with yourself or another person, here's a golden rule. Never tell a person that they're crashing. Never. You're going to want to do that. And you're thinking, I can get by with it. Or you can think you win when you say something. You have to understand that the same moment when you say to them that, you're crashing, you also crashed. That's exactly what happens there, because now you're not open, you're not listening, you're not sensitive to the other person's situation and being understanding. You crash and you want to hurt them a little bit. And if that's the case, at least acknowledge that you want to hurt them. It's not very nice though, right? So if you're in crash state and you notice with yourself, what I do personally is I take a deep breath and I breathe out longer than I breathe in, and I make sure I open up to peripheral vision. Okay, so where are we now? And I used to have, I don't have it anymore, I practiced for a long time on this, a little rubber band. So I snapped myself with a rubber band. It's like a signal. It's called an anchor in the psychology term, an anchor where you snap, which tells you go out to crash state or coach state. So that's really what you do. So coach and crash is fundamental for any person to be able to communicate with others. The more you can be in coach state, the more effective you're going to be. And also, if other people are in crash, you being calm and in coach state, you will draw them back to you. That's what happens when you're listening, asking questions, and you don't attack them back. People normally come out of the crash state. That is the best medicine for that. I hope this makes sense, and I hope that you are interested in things like this. If you are, feel free to reach out to us and ask questions. The email address will be letsdoit@askldi.com. So let's do it at askldi.com. Send any questions you like. I will do my best to answer, or my team will answer the questions. And good luck with that, and make sure you're in a good state of mind. Take care of yourself. Thank you for today.